Hey guys, welcome back to the Jack Homestead. I'm Mr. Jack,
Mrs. Jack.
and tonight we're going to talk about our 2023 goals for this year.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Well, I know you want to talk about the first two.
Where are they at?
Right here.
Oh, yes. It's not about the tractor this time. So anyway, our okay, this year's goal, which we are definitely going to complete
Mhm.
in May, the end of May, we're getting two pigs uh, to harvest in the fall.
Yep.
One is for us, and one is for my brother, nephew, and a friend of theirs. Um, the second thing that we're going to do this year, and I am definitely going to do, is
Well,
bees.
we could get into the pigs a little more.
Oh, okay.
We already went,
Oh, yes. I got,
met the parents.
yeah, met the, well, we went to the breeder. Um, we went there and like driving, and I pulled up to the,
Well, you, you don't have to tell the story.
yeah, real quick. Oh, it's funny. So we pull in, and we're at the barn waiting for the gentleman to come down to show us the pigs, and we want to check out their farm, and we want to make sure that they're taking care of their animals good, and that their farm is clean, and and if they're well-rounded people and honest and stuff. So, and I mean, it's stuff you should do before you consider buying uh any kind of farm animal. You want to make sure you don't get somebody's issues. So anyway, we pull in. I get out of the truck. Mrs. Jack opens up the door, and all of a sudden I hear this. Oh my God, Christopher! What is that smell? Well, pigs, when
I
there's a
didn't say
lot.
what is that smell because I
Oh, she
knew
goes.
what it
Oh
was,
yeah,
but
she goes. Oh
oh
my
God,
God,
that smell.
smell, yeah. And she's like, we can't have this
No,
at the house. If they're gonna smell like this, we're not
no.
getting pigs. I'm like, honey, just don't worry about it. There's more than two pigs here.
Stay
And
tuned because I'll let
yeah,
you know if I can't handle the smell.
yeah, we'll let you know. So we get out and we meet the the breeder. Nice young man,
hmm
homeschooled, uh,
Very
very
smart.
smart, very smart. Takes care of his animals very, very
Yes,
well.
he cares about
Yeah, he
his
cares
animals.
about his animals. So we go in the barn, and the barn is clean.
hmm
Um, no smell, no smell, which is, you would think you'd smell it in there, but no. So we get in there, and there's pigs in the one corner stall, and there's a big pig in front of us in another stall. Well, the gentleman had just weaned them off, and Mrs. Jack's over there, and they're running around having a good time, and she's like, "Oh, I don't know about this. I don't know if I can do this. They're just so cute." And I'm like, You'll be all right." She's like, "I don't know, Chris." So, so we were talking to the gentleman, and I went up, and the mother was that it was the mom that was in the other stall next to them.
She was scary.
Yes, yeah. So I went up and I was patting her, and
Mm-mm.
I asked Mrs. Jackson, "Come on," and she's like, "No, I'm waiting for it to rip your arm off." And I look at I can't remember his name.
Silas.
Silas. I was looking at Silas.
I believe I believe it's the he I have his card.
Yeah.
It's size, sow, and steer.
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. So it's steer because they also sell steers too. But to get back to that, I look at Silas and I said, "She's from the city." So, needless to say, we toured the farm.
I was
Uh,
terrified
Mrs. Jack was terrified.
the whole
Yeah,
time.
we met the dad, uh,
Yes,
and
George.
George. Yeah, did you get pictures of
Yes,
George? Yeah,
yes.
we'll
I have
put
a
pictures.
picture of George.
We'll put the pictures in for that,
hmm
and I'm sure she's got pictures of the piglets that
I
were.
do.
They were about 2 months old, and that's about how old ours will be when we get them.
Oh,
So, and then, so he asked if we'd like to see the other pigs, and then we said, yeah, sure. So we went, followed him down where his house is, and beautiful house, very, very beautiful. Their
hmm
father's contractor, electrician, and Silas is learning that. He's got a brother that does dairy,
Hmm.
and then he's got
Sister.
a little brother that does goats,
His sister does chickens.
and his
Somebody
sister
does
does
chickens.
yeah chickens. Um, and he says he hates the goats, but his little brother does them, and he helps him out. So we get down there, and there's these huge pigs. They got to be 300-400 pounds, and
Oh,
there
they
was
looked way bigger than that.
yeah,
They're big pigs.
yeah, and yeah,
Terrifying
yeah.
for me. I felt like I was in a horror movie.
Yeah, they're making noises. She's like, "Oh my
The
God,
noises
I
they
don't
were
know if I
making.
can. Our pig's gonna sound like that.
That was
I don't know."
terrifying.
And so we get there, and there was 9 of them, 9 females and 1 male, and they were held in with just one strand of electric fence.
That was even more
And
terrifying.
yeah, and but they were staying. They knew the electric
Yeah, they
fences. That
did.
they stayed about a foot, 10 inches to a foot away from the
Yeah,
fence.
they did.
And I walked over there with Silas, and he was
Yeah.
talking to me. And Mrs. Jack, I said, "Come on." She said, "No, I'm gonna
Nope.
stay right here because if they get out, I can get in the truck."
I would stay right by the truck.
And boy, they made some. One of them got pushed into the fence and squealed.
Oh,
Oh,
nope.
and again, I had to decide. She's a city girl, and he would laugh, and so we made arrangements on what we wanted. We wanted 2 male pigs. Um,
I asked him
yeah, which
what was the
ones?
better as far
Yeah,
as being aggressive. I
right,
need the least aggressive, and he said it's the males because
right,
the females they get aggressive towards one
yeah,
another.
and well, they'll be castrated, and he'll take care of all that stuff for us before we get them.
Yes.
So look forward to the video on that
Yeah,
when we
we're
pick them
really
up.
excited over
Yes, we
that.
are excited
I'm
about that.
terrified too, so I will
So
let you know how this
yeah,
goes.
and Mrs. Jack on
This
the way
might be it.
home,
We might not do pigs again.
Mrs. Jack was like, "You got to remind me that them pigs get scary when they get big, and
Hmm.
they make scary
Real
sounds." So I said,
scary.
"Okay." I said, when I
That's
go
the only
out
way
there and
I'm
it's
probably gonna
time,
be able to do this because
and
that was
you get all
terrifying.
worked up, and
I can't have big pigs.
yeah, and you say, "Oh, we can't do this. We got to
Oh,
keep them." I'll
nightmares.
be like, "Well, guess what? You get to clean them, and they get to make
This gonna
scary,
be edited out. All
and they make
right, let's
scary
talk
sounds."
about your bees.
Okay, bees. Been wanting bees for 2 years now. Um, just things come up to where I couldn't get them financially, and I wasn't
Other
quite
projects
other
going on.
projects going on, and I wasn't quite
Ready?
ready for them as far as education wise. We have tenants that stay with us at our um
RV lot.
RV lots that we have here that come with the property, and we don't rent them out anymore and stuff. We like our privacy, but the couple that stays there, very nice people, keep to themselves, very helpful. They watch the farm for us.
And he's gonna mentor
Yeah,
you.
and he was a beekeeper when he lived in Ulster, I think Ulster, Pennsylvania, and he's going to mentor me over the summer on pigs. He also gave me a book that
Bees, not pigs.
I'm sorry, yeah, bees. He also gave me a book that said "Bees for Dummies,"
Beekeeping.
beekeeping for dummies. Yeah,
Yeah.
very helpful book. Lots of information in there. And I've been looking on YouTube, and like all of our other stuff, we always check out YouTube. It's the YouTube University, I call it, or the YouTube thesaurus, or whatever you call it. But yeah, so that's going to be coming up, and then I think Mrs. Jack gets to talk
Uh,
again. Oh, I'll do these two parts. These two, we're getting meat chickens again.
mhm.
Except we're not getting the Red Rangers. We're going to stick with the Cornish Cross,
Mhm.
not because of the taste, or well, part of it is because of the texture. The skin on the Red Rangers is a little bit thicker. Doesn't crisp up as much as you would. Maybe we're cooking it wrong, but I highly doubt
My
it.
favorite part is the skin.
Yeah. So, but we're going to stick with the Cornish cross because they only take 8 weeks versus 12 to 14 weeks on the Red Rangers. And then we're going to introduce to ourselves turkeys. Mrs. Jack wants turkeys, so we're going to try
Just
that.
a couple.
Just a couple, yep.
Like if I can just do 3, I would be
Yeah.
happy.
We bought a turkey from the processor that does our chickens. He does chickens and turkeys too themselves because they have people that buy them by the bird. I mean, they buy tons of them. So they had chicken or turkeys that they sold for toward Thanksgiving. So we tried one. It was very good. Best. I mean, it was
Juicy.
juicy. The skin was good. Um, it was 18 pounds. It was expensive to buy for a turkey, but it was worth it. It was actually worth the money to buy into that. So I'll let Mrs. Jack take it from here.
I'm getting new egg layers. Um, I am new to this whole thing, but from what I'm learning through other people is that you want to have kind of a consistent cycle with your chickens because chickens only lay eggs for so long. So
Right.
we have some that are going to be 2, 3, and you got to have a consistent egg production coming
Yeah.
in. We actually, I'm getting nervous. We're almost running out of eggs
Yeah.
for the first time in a long time, but that's because they're molting. So, anyway,
Oh, funny story about the egg layers. We were out on the porch here about a month and a half, 2 months ago, and she's like, Christopher, we're gonna have 30 some birds, and I'm like, 30 chickens? What are you
I
crazy?
just did my math wrong.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's not right. We're gonna have about 20, well, 22, 20, 22. We'll have
Yeah,
a total of
22.
22 birds altogether,
Yeah.
which is a lot better than 30 some. I was like, wow. She
Now, who
laughed.
knows? I'm hoping for no roosters.
Yeah, so anyway, that's that
um,
story.
so I'm getting new layers, and because I was getting new layers, I got them based off of egg color, um, just to add some color to
Yeah,
my
we'll see if we
eggs.
can put some pictures in of the chickens and the eggs that she's
Yeah.
getting.
Oh well, that would be a lot though
Yeah,
of pictures. This is a maybe. I want to do it, but I don't know if it's too much to do because we
yeah.
have so much other things
If
going
you
on.
guys do this,
If I could get rabbits, like I'm thinking 2 rabbits where they're producing a good amount of manure and have it for my garden. So I want to look into how I can do that.
yeah. So
Can a rabbit, can I put a rabbit hutch in my duck run?
yeah, you should be able to as long as they're not getting out.
Because they would be right next to my garden.
Yeah,
And that way, when I collect the manure, I can take it right into the garden.
right. Or we
Like
could
you can
actually,
use rabbit manure immediately.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
the best
We
manure for
we
your
could actually
garden.
put the in the garden, the rabbits right in the garden
The
with the hutch.
hutch.
Yeah,
If we have
yeah.
room.
We could probably make some room somewhere in there if you wanted to try it. That way you didn't have to go. You don't have to go in the run to get it and come out. It'd be easier to clean.
Well, anyway, so
Anyways,
this
yeah,
is maybe project
yeah.
because
So
we have a lot going
yeah,
on.
if any of you guys have rabbits as pets or as what we're trying to use them
Well,
for,
for outside rabbits,
and let us know and see what let us know what you think about the rabbit thing.
Mr. Jack has already done majority of this. We just have to fence it in, but expanded the garden again. I'm super stoked
Yeah,
for that.
and yeah, and there we expanded it by let's see, one, two, three. Oh, and there's 16, 3,
It's my
48
whole front.
by yeah, 48 feet by 48 feet.
Big plans, big plans.
So that's I have to use a calculator. Hang on, guys. 48 times 2 equals
You'll have to measure it. We'll have to measure it
that there's
tomorrow.
more than 96 square feet out there.
We should measure it tomorrow, and then we'll put it in the
Yeah.
video.
Oh, I know how to do it. It's not times 2.
Do you hear me?
48 times 4. That ain't right either.
We'll
It's got
put
to
it
be
in the
more.
video.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll
get it.
figure it out. So it's quite a lot. Quite a lot of more room for the
It
garden.
is. He made 4 or 5 long
Rows.
rows, in-ground rows. That's what I wanted. Um, I already have plans of what I want in there as far as tomatoes, the corn, watermelon patch. I got some trellises going on in there with
Yeah.
gourds and
Yeah.
cucumbers and stuff like that.
Yeah. She's gonna add raspberries on the one end.
Raspberries on the whole
And
one
yeah,
end.
and I was thinking about maybe a couple more blueberry bushes in the garden
Yeah,
somewhere because we only have 2, and there's not a whole lot if we get them before the birds get them.
yeah.
So, but
So yep, we're doing that. Well, I just said I have new things that I'm going to be growing in my garden, so that's going to be
what's
exciting.
new this year?
Um,
Some of them.
Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts.
I am going to have a whole bed of different hot peppers because one of my goals is to make my own hot sauce.
Phew, that
Yep.
sounds good.
So,
Watermelon. We did watermelon one year. We did watermelon last year.
the chickens ate it all.
Yeah, the chickens ate last year. The year before,
So that's why we're putting it fenced in.
yeah, we got it in late and they didn't produce. So
Yeah. So all our fault,
yeah,
pretty much.
but we grew it. It grew.
Right. Well, if the chickens wouldn't have eaten it, it would
Yeah.
have grown.
Fruit trees.
Fruit trees. You either do it in spring or you do it in the fall. So if in spring we can maybe get a couple,
Yeah.
and then in fall get a
And
couple,
yeah,
we might do that.
and
That's
have
going to depend on finances and projects we got
yeah,
going on, whether we can
yeah.
do it in the spring. But we're going to try. You want to tell them what kind of fruit trees you want? We're going to.
I think we're gonna get probably 2 apple trees, 2 peach trees, pear tree, a plum, 2 plum trees. What else? I think that's
He wants fig, but we can't grow
yeah. The
fig
fig. They
here.
say somebody said you could, but
Well, you could like a small tree,
yeah,
a
but I
potted
don't.
tree,
Yeah,
and then you'd have to keep it,
and you have to bring
yeah,
it in the
inside.
winter and stuff. But we're not. I would love to have figs. I'm jealous of you guys that live down south. Cog Hill Farms, Jason. Oh man, you lucky dog.
um, fencing in my flower garden because last
That's
year the chickens
yeah.
destroyed
We had
it.
this.
Some
I
things
don't know
worked,
this.
some things. We ended up
Uh,
trying to put chicken wire all around
yeah,
it to
it
save
just
the
didn't.
stuff that I
It
was
was.
growing, and
It wasn't looking good.
yeah, so we have to fence that
It was.
in
Yeah,
for
it was.
me to have a flower
Yeah, it
garden.
was quite the
But if we
quagmire.
get that done, I want to turn that into a beautiful space. So
Yeah.
stay tuned because you'll see the
Yeah,
journey.
that's going to be a little bit of a project doing that too.
Yeah.
So.
Outdoor kitchen.
Oh yes, yes. My brother had remodeled his kitchen, and I asked him if what he was going to do with it, the old stuff, and he said, "Well, they're going to throw it away." And I said, "Well, can you have him save it?" So I had some counters out there with a sink and the faucet and everything, and some cabinets that we could put in. I'm putting the outdoor kitchen in for Mrs. Jack next to her she shed, so she could take her. I have water hooked up to it, so she could take her garden or vegetables out of the garden and have a wash station over there for her. Not the sink part of it, but a wash station where she'd be able to take care of that, washing the vegetables that she picks. I'm also going to run electric to the she shed, and I'm going to put in another water line on that side of this side of the house. A
And
frost-free dry hydrant
right.
down at the she shed too, so she don't have to have 100 million miles of hose everywhere.
Long term goal as far as the outdoor kitchen is maybe we would be able to process our own chickens.
Yes, if we get the equipment, which is expensive, um, we'd like to be able to process our own
And if
chickens.
we ever process our own pigs.
Yeah, pigs or something like that. I mean, we do. I do my our deer. Calls me a murderer because I'm all up in there right up to the elbows. But
Yeah, you do.
and but yeah, I mean, I got to watch some more, do some more research on it,
Yeah,
on
that's
the
long
cost
term
long term. So
goal. But I did pretty good this year with the chicken
yes.
and cutting up the
Oh yeah,
chicken.
yeah, piecing it out after
Mhm.
we got it butchered.
Yep.
Now the gentleman that processes our um,
Meat birds.
meat birds, um, he they did 25 of them meat birds, feathered, um, called feathered, uh, processed, eviscerated, washed, dried, and bagged all in like less than 40 minutes. That's pretty cool. So
Yeah. And it's not a bad price, so
no, it
we're all
isn't. It
right with
was
that for now. And
yeah,
long term goal, us doing it
yeah.
ourselves. Um, Mr. Jack bought me an incubator
Yes, I did.
for Christmas.
Yeah,
That's he's a brave man.
yeah. But what's funny about it is now that we got rid of the colonel, the only thing that she can incubate
The
is
Polish
ducks.
chicken. And the
No,
Polish
well,
chicken,
maybe,
if
yeah,
Noodle mates
yeah,
with any of
yeah,
the hens, but that might not
yeah.
happen.
Yeah,
He's a little guy.
yeah. He's a little guy. He might, but I don't know. He's, yeah. So
Oh, and I don't
anyway,
know if I would want that kind of baby.
yeah.
He's
So,
crazy.
but the
All
ducks,
right.
I mean,
I could
we,
have baby ducks.
yeah, and they're just so messy. They're fun
They
to
are
have. They're very
messy.
comical.
What?
They're
I clean the duck.
yeah, I do it too. I can help you out, but they're very comical and they're very soothing at the same time. I
Yeah.
guess watching them out there on the
Yeah, they are.
pond.
I love my ducks. I
Oh
wouldn't
yeah,
give up my ducks for anything. I love my
yeah.
ducks.
So the
All
next on the
right.
list
He
is
also got me a candle making kit
yep,
and a soap making kit.
yep,
They are two future projects that I
yep.
would like to work on.
Well, she made a
Um, I'm
small
I'm
candles
excited over
a couple weeks
getting
ago.
beeswax
Yep,
eventually. That I will love to be able to
yep,
make candles with that. Um, and all the herbs that I grow and flowers that I grow to use that in my soaps and candles that I do.
yep.
I'm excited over that. So that might be something in the future that you'll see. Um, he wants to get merchandise. He wants to
Yes,
get hats and shirts, sweatshirts,
sweatshirts.
or whatever,
Yeah, some
stickers.
maybe like grocery bags. Being that
Grocery
yeah,
bags.
like a grocery bag you can buy at the store instead of using the plastic bags. Maybe we'll get something like that,
Oh
have it
my
put on there.
goodness.
Mrs. Jack came up with a
No.
new logo for some of our T-shirts, which is pretty cool. I thought it was funny. So it would say the Jack Homestead um, gangster
Garden
garden
gangster.
gangster. Yeah, garden gangster because she's from Philly.
Stop.
So
Don't say that.
but yeah,
Don't say
but I
that.
thought it was pretty cool. That's the garden gangster. That was pretty funny. So that might be on the list.
No, there was something that we thought of the other day, the Sugar Shack on
Oh yes, the Sugar
that
Shack.
photo we have of the
Yes,
Sugar Shack
on
and
the
getting
I'll
that
put it
on
up in the
there.
corner and put it on a sweatshirt or a
The
shirt.
Jack Sugar Shack.
Yeah. So. Maple
Anyways,
syrup.
yeah, his maple syrup
Yep,
this
and
year.
yep, we not to spoil the up and coming maple syrup video, but I have 24 pails out, well taps,
Don't
you know,
talk too much about
yeah,
it. Make them watch the
yeah.
episode.
So yep, and we collected our first sap today. In 2 days, I got quite a bit. So you got to watch the
Video coming.
video on that. So
Um,
oh, I forgot to tell you. Last year we forgot to add this in. Mrs. Jack got me for Christmas a new evaporator fan for the Sugar Shack, and last year was the first time I used it, and it was awesome. I had to throw that in there because I forgot to put it in the positives, thing on the one video. So
we want to get lights strand up from here to the Sugar Shack,
to the Sugar
so
Shack,
Mr.
yep,
Jack can see at nighttime because
yep.
he's out there
And
at nighttime
we'd
when
like
it's
to
dark.
get some for the garden, kind of make
Yeah,
that a soft yellowish,
yeah. So we
make that
can
look
see
real
what's
nice.
going on in the garden.
Yep, and
Tree work, and he wants to fix his paths. He had a
yep,
tree come down on a maple of his, so tomorrow he might work on
got
that.
to work on that. And then there's a cherry tree out back here. I'll get some video on that too. That'll be a good video.
And then your chicken tractor.
Yep, the chicken tractor. Upgrading the Joe Saliston's chicken tractor to um, chicken tractor 1.5 is based off of. I'm not sure who made it, but So the Land does it. What's his name?
Jason.
Jason. Um, well, there's two Jasons,
Is his
Coghill.
name Jason? Maybe his name's not Jason. I think it is.
Yeah.
So
Anyway,
the lane.
So the Land. He builds these pretty cool uh, chicken tractors that have you can walk
There's a
in,
door that you
yeah,
can.
walk in and
Yeah.
stuff. So I'm putting that's in progress. I have video for that.
Plus, we want to get turkeys, so the
Yes,
turkeys can be with the
chickens.
chickens.
Yeah, and we're gonna get a poultry fence. I don't know if we're gonna go with the Premier or an off brand or the next brand down or something, so that they can free range.
Poultry electric fence
Yeah, so they can free range a little bit, and they'll be down
by the
by the
garage.
garage area. Yeah, for that part. Plus, I'm gonna add a wheel, some type of wheel on the back of the chicken tractor, so Mrs. Jack can pull it around. So, plus it would make it easier for everybody. What
So
else?
that's
That's
pretty
pretty much
much,
it.
yeah, that's our plans for
Yeah,
2023. I think that's
yeah.
enough to keep us busy.
She'll come up with more for me as we go.
No,
Yeah, look at
I
me.
have a list.
Yeah, see, for me. And she'll look at it and throw it in there somewhere. Hey, when you get
He
time,
likes
can
to build.
I do. I like. I'm not a carpenter. I use a lot of recycled materials. So, all right, guys, listen. It's getting late for us here. We're doing this at night. It's
Yes.
almost 10 o'clock.
We have a chicken with bumblefoot that we're trying to treat.
Yep,
So
and we're
every
gonna.
night she
Yep,
gets spa treatment from us.
yep. She gets her foot spas. So, and tomorrow I'm gonna put up some more. Um, put out more taps. Get all my taps out. That way, I'm done for the year until the end of the sugar season. And then I got to work on the tank for that, collection tank for that. The tree I'm going to work on tomorrow, hopefully. Excuse me. Yeah, this week is well,
Starts the busy season for us pretty much.
yeah,
We
right
get through
now, yeah,
maple
yeah,
season,
maple
that
season
goes on
starts.
for a while,
Yep,
and then usually it's like boom,
right
start to
in.
get ready for
Or if
garden
yeah,
and
or if not, start
animals.
planting. And so, uh, it's a lot of work, and I enjoy it, and I actually love
Me
doing it.
too.
It's a good time.
I do too.
So
Even though it terrifies me a lot of days.
yeah, she's a city girl. So, but listen, you guys have a good evening. Be safe. Enjoy your week. Enjoy the weekend.
And
Um,
have a really good 2023.
yes,
I wish everybody
yeah,
good luck in
yeah,
2023.
and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Hit the like button and notification button. So when you subscribe, you get notifications when we post new videos. And if you could again, try to comment. It helps with the algorithm thing for YouTube and stuff like that. And if we're rambling on too much, just say, hey, you know, you're talking too much. Yeah, other than that, so that's about all I got. You guys have a good week. Again, like I said earlier, have a good week and be safe and God bless.